All right, guys. So our penultimate topic here before we get into our WandaVision episode 7. I was going to say season 1, episode 7, spoiler discussion. It's always a tongue twister. We're getting to that next. Before that, we finally got our look. Finally. This movie comes out in like 2 months now. And people are starting to get worried, me being included. Like, why are you hiding this movie from us, Warner Brothers? What's going on? And it's none other than Mortal Kombat. We got our first look at this trailer here. And I gotta tell you, I don't know about you. We talked about this on stream, but I don't know about you guys. This trailer kind of blew me away. Like, I thought it was far better than it had any business being.
Yeah.
Not to discredit anybody. It's just like the Warner Brothers didn't put a ton of money into it. It's a fairly low budget movie for this kind of film. You had a first time screenwriter with a first time director. So it was a lot of question marks. And we know the track record Mortal Kombat's had. I mean, the first Mortal Kombat movie it's a masterpiece in its own right. Okay, Mortal Kombat Annihilation sucks. Okay, that movie's garbage. But the first Mortal Kombat it's one of those movies that it's so bad it's good. You know what I mean? Like it's a fun watch. The first Mortal Kombat, hell of a soundtrack. You get the music. You know, I mean, there's what's not
good call.
You know
I forgot about the soundtrack. Man, that soundtrack was fire.
It's great, dude. It's a good soundtrack. But I mean, it's again, it's not a good movie, but it's at least a fun movie to watch. This one looks like it could actually be both.
Yeah.
Like, you got your fatalities in there, have a big roster of characters.
That's
like,
cool.
There's a ton of stuff. It did look like they spent the most time, which this is a good thing, mind you, but it looks like they spent the most time on the Sub-Zero's effects and not so much Kano's, because this was the fakest looking CG they had.
Yeah.
In my opinion, it was like the kind of the cheesiest shot they
Look
had.
at that face.
But I mean, Liu Kang's fire looked good. Jax's arms looked pretty good.
Yeah.
It had a very hyper real look to him.
Looks like Anakin's hand.
Yeah, it reminded me of like District 9, how it felt. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? How it felt real grounded, and real. Like, that's just how it felt. But it does look like a Star Wars cybernetic. The costuming though, they got, I think, like, they did a great job with the costuming. Like Kung Lao, he looks like Kung Lao. Like,
Yeah.
it's like that's Kung Lao when you see him. It looks great, man. Like I in Scorpion has like his fire, his NetherRealm effect thing going on,
shot.
dude. It's good. Like, I'm pretty hyped for this. What were you getting? What was your guys' biggest takeaway from this? Because like I thought it looked really good, man.
I just think it looks good. You know, kind of exceeded my expectations, especially with the budget, like you said, Goro.
Goro looked good too. And like we talked about this on stream. This looks like that Cole dude who's the new character, the guy you follow with his birthmark. Do you guys remember that scene? Did you catch this though in the trailer? They like have like the voiceover and they go in there, like Sonya and Jax go in there, and they're like, it's a birthmark, whatever. And then the girl's like, yeah, he's had it since birth.
That's a birthmark.
Like, yeah, that's what a birthmark is, man. What are you talking? Oh, it's so stupid. But it looks like he has like leather skin or something. Like he has some sort of power.
Yeah, he's got
like,
something going on.
Like there's something going on here. I don't know what the hell it is, but it ain't a shirt and it ain't a birthmark.
That'd be a strange looking birthmark.
That ain't no birthmark. But yeah, Goro looks pretty damn good
compared to the other movies. Yeah.
Yeah, like Liu Kang looks good, and then like his little fire dragon looks good. If I can get a good shot of it, like. But yeah, even his fire effects are good. I can't seem to get there. It's kind of there. The music too. They had like the quick little at the very end of it. They brought in the theme. Why
does that keep coming up?
I know.
Yeah.
Why did they put this in here? Oh, this is like a director share secrets from the first trailer that I clicked on. It wasn't just the trailer. I thought it was. No wonder I was having trouble finding the goddamn fight scene here. But this was a great scene though. When they showed this and then he grabs the blood sickle, like blood goes up, freezes it, stabs him.
Is that Scorpion there?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
But this is what I brought up. We talked about this again on stream. If you want to catch us streaming every Friday around like 8:30 p.m. EST, we're there. Come watch. Come have fun. Come hang out
with us.
But we were talking about this and like, what do you think here? Because John, you brought this up a while back where you're like, Mortal Kombat was kind of set up for failure as a franchise because like everybody dies. So like your sequels kind of get fucked. Like you kill everybody off, and then what are you gonna do?
Maybe they're fighting in, like you were saying, like some realm though, and you're dead in that realm, but you can like respawn.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what do you? I'm wondering. Like, what do you guys think if like you don't die? You know what I mean? Like, it is a video game. Like, it is a video game movie. What if like when you die, you don't actually die, so that way you can like if you die during Mortal Kombat, you don't die.
Scorpion's already dead though, technically, isn't he?
I don't know if they've gotten there.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, he does have the fire around him.
It certainly looks like they have a Scorpion-esque character that's him before he becomes his Scorpion. Like, it seems like he there's a character that, because they have that whole fighting scene where he's fighting multiple ninjas and he's not in his Scorpion costume and he's still using his spear and everything. And then of course you have the shot later on where he's actually in the full Scorpion garb and he has the flame effects around him. So I have a feeling that that's going to happen. I hope they kill him. I don't want to see, like we talked about this in our chat, right after the trailer dropped. And I mean, for me personally, I'd like them to just go ahead and do the reboot method with the Mortal Kombat series. Like, do a good 3, maybe 4 films. Do a good trilogy. Actually, ideally for me, it would be a good trilogy, and go ahead and kill off characters. Like, if Liu Kang loses for some reason, if story dictates that Liu Kang loses in film 1 and he gets fatality'd, then you don't see Liu Kang until they reboot the franchise a decade later. Like,
well, that can't happen because he becomes God Liu Kang merged with Raiden. Like, Liu Kang doesn't die.
Well, depending on what story you're going with, yes, that would cause an issue. But yeah, the idea of respawning is kind of cool, but then there needs to be some weight behind it. Like, they need to respawn on Earthrealm and they're not able to participate in the tournament again. And there has to be some rationale. It has to carry some sort of weight. Otherwise, it's just like, okay, that was a fatality just for the sake of showing a fatality on screen, which, all right, cool. I'm like, show the fatalities. Awesome. Like, I'd love to see them, but story-wise, I think it would just fall really flat if they didn't carry any weight at all.
Yeah, that's if they did go the respawn route. Like, the way I would make it still have stakes, I guess I would say, is the rules only apply during your Mortal Kombat match. So if Sub-Zero finds you out in the streets during intermission and has the benefit of killing you, you're dead. Like, you know what I mean? Because they could like have that like as like an alternate line where like people outside of the tournament are still trying to like kill each other. So they don't, because if you die, you can't show up for your match. So your realm would automatically forfeit that match.
You win by default.
Exactly. So like if Sub-Zero kills you outside of it, then you can't show up to defend Earthrealm in Mortal Kombat. So you lose. But
do you think when the fatalities happen, it's going to be like fatality?
Well, they did have Kano ripping out what looked like Reptile's heart in the trailer. If you go back and look at, not a spoiler, it's literally in the trailer if you go slow enough. I don't know what the hell else it would be. It looked like a dinosaur.
Like Godzilla.
It looked like a little Godzilla.
I thought it looked like a bear or a wolf.
It kind of does. That's why, like, in some iterations of Reptile, he kind of looks like Lizard. Like when Lizard actually looks like, a crocodile. Like,
sure,
not the human face one. So I'm guessing it was Reptile because of that. And Reptile was seen in the trailer coming out of cloaking, but you only see his feet or something.
Although with the new introduction of like what appears to be a new main character to the story. And by the way, we had talked about this too. I think you briefly mentioned. I was trying to look up while you were doing your intro stuff there. I was trying to look up the production budget because I was curious what the production budget for this movie was. I actually couldn't find it anywhere. It says that like when they originally tried to reboot it back in 2013, the production budget was like 40 to 50 million. So I'm assuming it's got to be higher than that now.
I think it was 50.
It was 50.
I think it was 50. I'll see if I can try to find it.
That does seem low, but anyway, so you may have touched on this, but you mentioned, I think you mentioned that there's this new character, and why would they bring in a new character? My feeling is that Mortal Kombat is such an established franchise at this point. Like, everybody has their favorites. And yeah, Liu Kang was kind of like the main guy, and he was definitely the main guy in the first Mortal Kombat movie. But like for me personally, my favorite character has always been Johnny Cage. But for other people, like it's Scorpion. Other people, it's Sub-Zero. You know, everybody has their favorites. So I think as director and a storyteller, scriptwriter, maybe the way you approach that is like everybody has their favorites. We don't want to give one favorite top billing over another. So let's create a new character to be the entry point into the movie for everybody, and then have all the favorites play off of this character. So that's my theory as to why we get this new person in the story.
I mean, dude, I'm all for new characters. So if they want, if as long as they make a good character, you know, if Ed Boon was like, I got an idea for a character, like you can use it, like, you know what I mean? If it was something like that, I always get worried when like movies gotta like throw in some random, like it's like the source material's right. It's like if they made Harry Potter, but instead of following Harry, you follow some dude named Simon, and Simon's nobody from lore. It's just
From
we
his
put him in there.
perspective, yeah.
Like, you know, I just hope there's a good reason for it, and it seems like the reason is so like they could already. This is what I'm guessing. It seems like they went that route because like Liu Kang and Kung Lao seem to be already established as those
Yeah.
characters in the world, and they already participate in Mortal Kombat because they go in like that scene, like Cole and Sonya are there and they get introduced to them and they're just like already there, like doing their thing. So like
Sure.
I'm guessing that's just the route they're going with it, is so you have this new guy who is just playing the role of us to get introduced to the already standing world of Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
And I guess Sonya and Jax kind of play that same role too, because they
Like the
They-
human.
yeah, they don't seem to be
element.
like super aware, because they called Sub-Zero just someone with superhuman abilities. They didn't know he was Sub-Zero from X realm or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Well, and you know, if they went the route, if they tried to make Liu Kang the entry point to this movie, then you'd probably get people saying, "Well, is it just a remake of the, you know, what 94 version?" Like, you know, I think maybe that's a
94,
way to.
97 or something.
Yeah, I can't remember exactly, but
I
something
can't
like
find the
that.
box office for it either, though. I for whatever reason I think it was 50, but they don't have it reported right now on like box office mojo or anything.
Yeah, if it was 40 to 50 in 2013, I feel like I feel like it
1995.
should be more. 95, yeah.
95. So Annihilation was probably 97. That might be where I'm thinking of 97. Is it
Okay.
97 or 99? I can't remember.
I think it was 97.
I think it was 97.
Yeah, I don't think it was 99.
I don't think they waited 4 years, like, for sure. But the only question I have with this is check this out real quick. This is Sub-Zero here, right? Why does like take a look at the mask, okay? Why could I get a better looking mask on Etsy?
Right.
That's the
Those are
only
cool looking.
complaint I have, is that there are superior looking masks.
That's more futuristic looking though, and I think they're going for. More
I was
of,
going
like,
to
a
say
classic-
that's a lot more
This is like an exact replica of
Stylized
Sub-Zero's
and
mask.
modern.
Thank you very much. Okay,
It looks really
This is
good.
a replica.
Yeah.
This is what it looks like in the video game.
I want like a black
But
one.
Like,
of those.
it looks
appeared
good.
But his costume too, that doesn't look like it goes with his
Well,
the
then
rest of
look,
his outfit.
then they made they also got this guy makes his scorpion mask. Like, come on.
Yeah,
This is
that
this
that
is
looks
from
good.
this is from Mortal Kombat. I can't remember if it was 9 or 11. He had this.
it
like,
says
that's
11 down
actually
there on the right,
Was it
down the
11?
bottom on the right. It says yeah. See on the left-hand screen at the bottom of your images,
No,
on the
I'm,
bottom of your
over to the-
thumbnails.
I'm completely blank.
right of the
I'll
screen.
believe you that you're saying it. I
Look at
believe you.
look at the price.
Bottom
It's
of your
right by the price.
thumbnails.
Oh,
on
Mortal
to the
Kombat 11.
left.
Yeah, I kept. It was
Oh my
right, I got it.
God.
It's up here. I kept hearing left. And I'm like, I don't see. I just see pictures on the left.
Yes,
But
at
yeah.
the bottom, is the Mortal Kombat 11 graphic.
This one.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah.
There you go.
Ah.
But yeah, see, there it was in the game, and then they made the mask, and it looks fucking great.
That does.
It
look
does. No, I completely agree.
it-
What I'm saying though
it
is
even looks
the
good in
movie
person.
costumes. The movie costumes don't. They reflect a more like.
It's a different aesthetic.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Eric.
I know what
I
you're
didn't mean to,
saying.
like, cut it.
I just they just seem a little bit big, man.
They
Like,
do seem big.
They
I noticed
seem a
that.
little too big. That's my only complaint. Like they look good. Like when it all looks normal. Like it doesn't look bad from this angle. Like it looks fine. Like it looks fine, but I do think it could have looked better.
That's like a more mystical looking.
Yeah,
like,
I just think the match.
Ancient.
I think
has
they
some
did a
history
great
to it.
job nailing the overall looks and aesthetic of Mortal. It feels like Mortal Kombat. 100%
Definitely.
feels like Mortal Kombat.
yeah,
I'm just more. Maybe it's just me being more used to the more like.
technical looking, modern.
Yeah, and that's just like a more like the Sub-Zero one in particular is a much more like classic rendition of
I love the
Sub-Zero.
weathering on
You know
that.
what I mean? This one even looks cool. This one's from what was this Mortal Kombat X? Like, you know what I mean?
That does look cool. It's
Like,
got an
that's-
LED in it.
Yeah, that's kind of more the aesthetic the other one's going for,
RGB
too.
LED. You got to get that for your COVID mask.
Dude, honestly, this would be a cool Sith ventilator too.
It really would be.
You get like a paint it black with
And do
some
the red
weathering
light?
and get a red light. Yeah, dude, it'd look really cool. It'd be a cool ventilator for sure. Like, look at that. That'd be good looking.
Darth Vader needed something like that versus like the big helmet.
Yeah, like Malgus, man. 'Cause
That's what I was gonna
Malgus
say.
had like Malgus
Or
just had
Malik.
the ventilator part. Yeah, and well, Malik didn't have a jaw, so that whole
Thanks to
thing was-
Revan.
Yeah, you got fucked up. You got messed up for
He looked
sure.
goofy without that thing too.
Yeah, this
That
thing-
looks like a Sith mask.
yeah, this thing's actually a lot darker than
How much
it
is
comes
that?
across.
$40.
$40.
Damn.
Yeah. It's pretty good. That's
What's the options though?
probably
Like, it's 40
finished.
plus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like finished.
RGB DIY RGB is $49. That's not bad.
Well, I mean, even if you got it, it's $100. That's a pretty fair price. That Revan mask I got was $100 too, like fully finished. Like that's pretty solid for something that looks like that good.
Yeah.
Sure.
And it looks
good,
like metal.
Good job, Gear Props. You got a free shout out for making a cool mask. So there you go. Sponsor us. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, get us some of those masks.
Yeah. We'll take some. I'll do a review of them, and then we'll send me a couple more, and then
We'll wear
we
'em on
can
the show.
We can do them on the show.
We'll do our whole review of the Mortal Kombat movie while wearing them.
There you go. We'll do it. We'll do it. I'm
Damn.
down for that. I am down for that. But yeah, so I'm pretty hyped for the movie though, for sure, because we're gonna have a plethora of movies in the next coming month here for genre fans. Because we got Snyder Cut, then we got Godzilla, and then we got Mortal Kombat. I
It's
don't
a good
even
time for movies.
Yeah, I don't even know what's after that, but like,
Well, considering
That's-
last year we had like jack shit.
yeah, nothing. Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. If they're if,
And
if
we're
they're-
we're
What was that?
we're mixing a heavy dose of the end of WandaVision and then Falcon and
Oh,
Winter
yeah.
Soldier on Disney Plus TV shows in there as well. I mean, it's a content bonanza after the
way to
drought
put it.
the drought and the drought of the pandemic that we just have gone through.
We deserve it.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, if you're a genre fan, you're pretty lucky right now. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Like, I'm pretty excited for it all. And if you ever needed a reason to sign up for HBO Max, there you go. Like what I just said.
Seriously.
Snyder
For the
Cut,
price
Godzilla.
of one movie
Well, Rick-
ticket.
I was gonna say, Rick said off camera, the price of a movie. Just think about that. Like when you're going to spend your hard-earned dollars over the next month, just think about where you really want to put that money, because I think you could do a lot worse than spending $15 on HBO Max. Because not only do you get all the new content that we're hyping up here, but you get all the back catalog. If there's anything you've missed, if you missed what's the Jared Leto Denzel Washington flick that just hit?
The little,
Little
things.
Things, which was a good movie. That was a good flick. But if you miss that, like if you get it now, you can still jump in and catch that before it leaves after its 30-day run or whatever.
Well,
and
speaking
still
of
be-
genre fans, I mean the Ridley Scott produced Raised by Wolves show that's on there.
Yep.
Pretty good. The whole first season's on there for that. Doom Patrol's on there. I mean,
That's right. You get the DC shows.
yeah,
Yeah.
like Titan season 3 will be coming
Titan.
out soon at some
Mhm.
point. There's plenty of stuff. HBO Max is a good ass service. There you go. That's our shilling. There was no Snyder Cut topic, so we didn't have a chance to shill out for HBO
Mm.
Max. So Mortal Kombat filled the gap for it. Now we're shilling for them.
Shit.
But I'm looking forward to it. I'm pretty
Mortal-
excited for Mortal Kombat. I'm pretty excited for it all.
I didn't realize how excited I was for Mortal Kombat until the trailer hit and I saw how good it was. I think Annihilation, having been the last movie, kind of
Rough.
left a sour taste in my mouth for Mortal Kombat. But man, Mortal Kombat, like I feel like there were two types of arcade kids back in the day. Like there were the Mortal Kombat kids, and then there were the Street Fighter kids. And like I like Street Fighter. It was fun, whatnot. But
Mortal
man,
Kombat.
anytime I went to the arcade, it was all about Mortal Kombat. It was all about trying to figure out the newest fatality. It was all about the crazy over the top. I think Street Fighter was maybe technically a better fighting game. Or at least some people say it was a better fighting game in its original forms, but But man, Mortal Kombat and so I've always been a Mortal Kombat kid, and I am super hyped for this. It looks so good.
I never cared about the Street Fighter stuff until Marvel vs. Capcom.
Yeah,
And
that
then I
was,
thought the
yeah,
Capcom stuff
yeah.
was good. I was like, well, this is cool. Boy. And then
Yeah.
very different than Mortal Kombat though. It's a more traditional arcade style fighter with the three team, the three like it's just like Dragon Ball Fighters. Like I love that game. That is like my favorite
Sure.
favorite fighting game has been that. But then I always play the Mortal Kombat games every time they come out. Like they're always fun. I always
Yeah.
have a good time with them anyway.
yeah.
Guys, question is, what do you think about the Mortal Kombat trailer? Did you like it? Are you excited for it? Were you going to watch? Do you already have HBO Max and we're going to watch it anyway? Did watching the trailer sway you into getting HBO Max for when this comes out in April? Or like I said, we got Snyder Cut. We got Godzilla. We got Mortal Kombat all in the span of like 4 weeks or something. Like, again, if you don't have HBO Max, there's your reason. That's a pretty good reason in my book. Like I already have it, so I'm not gonna do it. But yeah, there's a ton of stuff there. Go check it out and let us know, what you think about the whole respawn thing. Do you think that's actually a possibility, or do you think the fatality is like that's it, they're done, we're not gonna see the character again? You know what I mean? Let us know what you think down in the comment section below.